Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Thursday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Diana Master in the news tonight. Namibia Wildlife Resorts has embarked on a school gardening project across the country, which will cost the organization 500,000 Namibian dollars. The project was officially launched in the Oshana region at Oshekasheka Combined School. The initiative is part of NWR's corporate social investment and is aimed at supporting the government school feeding program, which seeks to provide meals for vulnerable children across the country. NWR's manager for corporate communications, Nelson Nashipala, said the aim is to provide nutritious vegetables for schools in need and to enhance the learning experience of learners by providing practical skills in gardening. Let's take a look.
We have committed, or NWR is committing, to building school gardens for 14 schools across the country. This is within this financial year. So within this financial year, I'm talking about 6-7 months. So NWR has to move up to speed now in ensuring that we build these school gardens. But most importantly also, NWR is committing to next year building at least 28 school gardens across the country. Now, criteria, like I highlighted earlier, the school has to be on a government school feeding program. The school has to at least have some form of commitment to ensuring that that agriculture is something which they are looking into sustaining into. How do we monitor progress? Progress will be monitored very easily via the school principal. We will be getting at least monthly progress reports on what is happening. What have we committed? We have committed fertilizers, we've committed garden equipment or garden materials. So I'm hoping that with this model that we're introducing, it's something that will allow Namibia to grow and grow and grow and become eventually self-sustainable, mostly when it comes to schools like this.
Moving right along, in a significant development for the Namibian gemstone industry, 44 young Namibians proudly received their graduation certificates yesterday at the Gemstone Education Graduation Ceremony. The event, which took place in Windhoek, highlighted the importance of skills development in a sector where 90% of gemstones currently leave the country in their rough form. This exportation of unprocessed gemstones not only leads to job losses but also deprives the local economy of potential revenue. Recognizing this problem, the Ministry of Industrialization and Trade established the Gemstone Training Center in Karibib, Irongo region in 2019. The goal of the center is to provide Namibian youth with the necessary skills in cutting and polishing gemstones to meet this challenge and maximize the potential of the industry. The training center has trained a total of 142 beneficiaries, of which 138 graduates have completed the training program. Furthermore, the center has facilitated the placement of at least 95% of trainees into the diamond industries, where they further their skills while earning an income as qualified employees. Lucia Ipumbu, Minister of Industrialization and Trade, commended the graduates for their hard work and dedication during their training. She expressed her belief that these graduates will play a critical role in the growth strategy of Namibia's jewelry industry, colored gemstone industry and related value chains. Furthermore, Ipumbu added that it is only through such innovative and targeted measures that the Namibian economy can become more self-reliant, and that the production of the gemstone course graduates is an important contribution to alleviating poverty in the country. The Lotteries Board of Namibia has cautioned the public that the multi-million online real estate lottery, also known as the Namibia Property Raffle Project, has not been approved and is regarded as an illegal lottery. It expressed concern about the ongoing inquiries into this lottery by the public. Chairman of the Lotteries Board, Michael Mutonga, said that an application to conduct a lottery under the Benevolent Society Lotteries, as outlined in Part 7 of the Act, Benevolent Society Section 55 to 66 was made to the board. Having been tasked and mandated as per the Act, then the board adjudicated on the application at its ordinary meeting on the 18th of August 2022, and the application was denied as it did not meet the requirements of the provisions of sections 56 to 66 as provided in the Act. Matonga said that the applicant was informed accordingly of the decision by the board. He said that the board reserves its right in law and is currently in the process of taking the necessary measures, and that the public will be informed accordingly. The board is pleading with the public to comply with the provisions of the Act in conducting matters related to lotteries, promotional competitions, as well as benevolent activities to avoid infringement of the law. Now, the long-awaited DNA results in the rape case where a 43-year-old social worker is accused of allegedly raping and impregnating a 16-year-old girl turned out to be negative. Marcus Nairenge Kaundu was arrested in 2021 after he was accused of raping and impregnating the teen who was assigned to his care after she was raped, fell pregnant and gave birth at just 14. The DNA results were revealed in the Kahenge Periodic Court last Thursday. With the latest development of not being the father, Kaundu still has to prove his innocence that he did not have a sexual relationship with the victim, hence the continuation of the case. Kaundu was released from custody as he is currently out on a 5,000 Namibian dollar bail. In regards to the DNA test, swabs were taken in October last year, 5 months after the minor gave birth to a healthy baby girl. The victim has since returned to school while both her children are in foster care in the Kavango East region. Still suspended, Kaundu, who is employed by the Ministry of Gender Equality and Child Welfare in Kurenkuru, was suspended without pay in December 2021 based on recommendations by the Public Service Commission. At the time, Ministry Executive Director Esther Lusepani told Namibian Sun that Kaundu has been suspended indefinitely while the court case and an internal disciplinary hearing hang over his head. He is suspended until the whole process is completed and the disciplinary process is ongoing, she said. Namibian Sun has been reliably informed that while in suspension, Kaundu attempted to resign from the ministry. However, his resignation was rejected pending the finalization of the court case. Kaundu is represented by Bernard Shashara. In our Story of the Day segment, Oshana Regional Education Director Helena Amukana says that rural primary schools perform better than rural urban schools in the region. We'll be back with the story after the break.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
You're still watching Sunset News. Getting into our story of the day, Oshana Regional Education Director Helena Amukana said that rural primary schools perform better than rural urban schools in the region. Amukana, who spoke at the recent regional award ceremony held at Negushe Secondary School in the Oshana region, informed parents that when they come to her office looking for primary schools, she refers them based on their performance. Let's take a look.
And that goes to all other schools, that try the little that you can. Don't remain at the bottom and blame everyone around you without looking at yourself. So, colleagues, I'm also impressed when I have been analyzing the results. I look at one category, and that is category B, where you have rural primary schools performing better than urban primary schools. Now, when a parent is coming to me and they are looking for primary schools, and you tell them and say, no, you can take that, we have spaces at Kanjengedi. What do parents say? They will say, no, I want my child to go to Oshakati West, Oshakati Primary. They want, they will mention those schools. But the moment you mention, if it is in Ongwediva, and say, no, take the child to Kanjengedi. They will say, no, I want to go to Charles Anderson. But when the results, and I always tell parents, I always refer you based on the results. Let us ensure that no child is left behind in terms of learning. Let all children be taught properly and master basic competencies. Let's strive towards inclusive education for all. Dear colleagues, if those children sitting there in primary school, their first year, their second year, and their third year, they leave school without knowing to read and write, I'm telling you, my dear brothers and sisters as teachers, you are going to be answerable to whoever you will be answerable to. Because I believe every child can excel. Every child can achieve. Every child will be able to read and write. provided the teachers are doing their part. This thing of children going and reach grade 8 and they cannot read, they cannot write, it is unacceptable. And I will not say it's the parents. I will still go back and ask every individual teacher in grade 1, why is that learner in grade 1 reaching December, November, and the child cannot read? I will ask the teacher in grade 2, why is the child until the end of the year, the child cannot read? And you push them because they are saying, the system is saying the children should continue. No, the system does not say that. The system is giving you directives on what to do if a child cannot read and write. So, remember what I have said in Proverbs. We must not just talk, let's do something about it so that our children can have achieved. Dear colleagues, teachers, let us not make the parents the subject teachers, but let them become first teachers. And there is a difference between a parent as a subject teacher and a parent as a first teacher. The teacher as a parent as a first teacher will do their work as parents at home, making sure that the children are having discipline, the children are acquiring good morals, they have respect. But a subject teacher is the one that is responsible for teaching and learning in the classroom. So let us have that distinct and let each one of us do our work.
In economic news after the break, Paratus signs deals with informal retail outlets. Stay tuned.
Every day, you make choices that make you legendary. Journey together with us on the path to securing your legacy as a member of the League of Legends. With the Select Platinum Bundle Fee Premium Bank offering, you will access tools that will enable you to thrive. If you earn 850,000 Namibian dollars per annum or more, you can apply for this offering today via bankvinted.com.na for only 447 Namibian dollars per month. Bank Vinted, a member of Capricorn Group.
Now let's get into our economic news. In a clever partnership deal, telecommunications operator Paratus Namibia has now branded 3 shops in informal areas in Windhoek where its mobile LTE services are advertised and sold. The stores are independently owned and managed by local shop owners, while the Paratus branding and marketing are facilitated by Namots. Namots is a marketing company that has created a business solution for the informal sector with professionally managed retail outlets where the branding has an impact and where people can shop conveniently near their homes. Managing Director of Paratus Namibia, Andrew Hall, is excited about the initiative. This is just the beginning because we plan to open more shops soon, with approximately 1.8 million of Namibia's total population believed to be untapped. This presents an enormous opportunity for the Paratus brand. This is a workable and fully tested mechanism that not only reaches but also educates and provides services to an untapped market. Through this ideal solution, we are also giving back to those communities at the same time, and that is what makes this partnership a win-win for everyone. Namots was established by Mark Coley, who identified the opportunity for brands and businesses to reach the informal sector. Our outlets are strategically located in the heart of the community. They are an effective and affordable billboard for our customers, and they are enormously successful. The fact that we train people in the community to run the stores and pay rentals to community owners of the sites is important because this also contributes to promoting brand loyalty while providing critically needed jobs. We manage and monitor the outlet's transactions and report to our clients monthly. Andrew Hall adds, "What we like about this partnership is that we will stand out in the communities. Our brand will have a tremendous impact as we serve new communities with the Paratus product range. This initiative aligns with the Paratus vision to transform Africa through exceptional digital infrastructure and customer service." Now let's take a look at the economic indicators. In the international slot, Montana became the first U.S. state to ban an app on personal devices. We get into the details of the full story after the break as we cover international news.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
You're still watching Sunset News. Now let's get into our international news slot. Montana is set to become the first U.S. state to ban Chinese-owned media giant TikTok from personal devices. Governor Greg Gianforte signed the ban into law on Wednesday. It is due to take effect on the 1st of January. The video sharing platform says the ban infringes on the First Amendment rights of the people of Montana. TikTok has come under scrutiny from authorities around the world over concerns that data could be passed to the Chinese government. Gianforte, a Republican, told lawmakers that a wider ban would further, quote-unquote, our shared priority to protect Montanans from Chinese Communist Party surveillance. TikTok said in a statement that it was used by hundreds of thousands of people in Montana. We want to reassure Montanans that they can continue using TikTok to express themselves, earn a living, and find community as we continue working to defend the rights of our users inside and outside of Montana, it added. TikTok is expected to challenge the legislation in the courts. Last month, lawmakers in Montana passed a bill banning TikTok on personal devices by a vote of 54 to 43. The law will make it illegal for app stores to offer TikTok but does not ban people who already have TikTok from using it. Montana, which has a population of just over 1 million, banned the app on government devices last December. TikTok says it has 150 million American users. Now, although the app's user base has expanded in recent years, it is still most popular with teenagers and users in their 20s. However, there are concerns across the U.S. political spectrum that TikTok could be a national security risk. In March, a congressional committee grilled TikTok chief executive Shouzi Chu about whether the Chinese government could access user data or influence what Americans see on the app. Shou repeatedly said that it would never spy on Americans, despite admitting that employees had used the TikTok accounts of journalists to obtain information about them. Earlier in March, the U.S. government said ByteDance should sell TikTok or face a possible ban in the country. The penalties apply to companies but not individual users. Firms that break the law face penalties of up to $10,000, which would be enforced by Montana's Department of Justice. It means that technology giants like Apple and Google could face fines if they allow TikTok to be downloaded in Montana from their app stores. TikTok's owner ByteDance has repeatedly denied it is controlled by the Chinese government.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Now let's take a look at the weather predictions. Sunny and hot weather is expected in the north with Inanna at 33 degrees and Ruakana at 32. Partly sunny weather is expected along the coast with a high of 18 degrees in Walvis Bay and 17 degrees in Henties Bay.
To another exciting episode of Oneuptwo. Jou is die weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis julle moontlik kan byt.
We'll now head over to the sports desk, proudly brought to you by Sports Wrap.
Good evening and welcome to the Sunset News Sports section courtesy of Sport Wrap. I am Ashwin Mbedi. In our first story, Namibian boxer Lucas Ndafoluma is itching to fight again after his loss in April. The boxer says he continues working hard in the gym even after a disappointing fight in April. Ndafoluma also had another defeat in March but has decided he will not give up until he gets back to his best again. The Namibian has fought 37 times and has dominated proceedings over 22 fights which he won. He has at least won 11 out of 22 fights by knockout. The Namibian has, however, also lost 8 times, with 4 of the defeats coming by knockout. The 37-year-old still believes he can deliver a big title before he steps down. Top's aspiring chairman Pana Kudumo has accused some club members of trying to sabotage those that want changes in the club. Speaking in a statement, he said, "As passionate supporters of one of the oldest clubs in the two Kavango regions, we will weigh up on the much-needed improvement Top's needs. As supporters of the club, we would like to contribute to the robust deliberations taking center stage to uplift our mighty Tops." Kudumo and fellow members have alleged that there have been skirmishes in the leadership of their club trying to disrupt the process of holding an AGM. Gone are the days when Tops must participate, but we should start competing for titles. We must create a structure that cares for the need of the club, he added. And Namibia's Jeremiah Nakatila officially met his opponent Raymond Muratala as they gear for the big clash in the United States of America in Las Vegas. In the PPV opener, rising lightweight Raymond Danger Muratala will take on big punching Namibian contender Jeremiah Nakatila in a 10-round clash. Nakatila's boxing promoter Nesta Sunshine Tobias said the boxer has expressed confidence ahead of the fight, stating that he will give Muratala a fight of his life. Tobias also revealed that Muratala appeared to be afraid of his boxer during the fight, knowing that Nakatila has proven to be a dangerous boxer. The American will, however, remain a favorite in the fight, given that he will be fighting at home. That brings us to the end of our sports stories.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
You're watching Sunset News. If you're just joining us, we'll get into the highlights from today's broadcast after the break. You're still watching Sunset News. Let's get into the highlights. Namibia Wildlife Resorts has embarked on a school gardening project across the country, which will cost the organization 500,000 Namibian dollars. The project was officially launched in the Oshana region at Oshekasheka Combined School. In a significant development for the Namibian gemstone industry, 44 young Namibians proudly received their graduation certificates yesterday at the Gemstone Education graduation ceremony. Mane Hendricks, the newly appointed president of the Namibia Horse Racing Association, is excited about Saturday's MTC Winter Cup in Gobabis. 17 races are scheduled to take place during the event. And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook and all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, oneuptwo.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every weekday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. I am Diana Master, and this has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.